Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today's episode is not in a series, but it's just a blind tasting of some whiskeys that I won in a giveaway. So Clifton at Bourbon Bytes sent me these on an episode where he was testing for limited editions from 2023. And he had samples from those 4 bottles as his giveaway prize. And he threw in a 5th one, and I don't know what that is. He didn't say it, and I haven't looked at the labels. So the 5 bottles came like this, and I poured out half an ounce of each. I'm worried about that small amount, but if Adriana can do it, I can do it. I know it's 3 bourbons and a peated scotch, and the 5th one I don't know. So I'm just going to go through nose and taste, trying to guess an age, a proof, match up the ones I think I can, and try to guess what that 5th one is. So it'll be interesting. I always learn something when I'm doing these. So thank you, Clifton, for sending the samples. And I had the save part for a tasting tomorrow night. So I still have some of each. So in glass A, what have we got? Not much on the nose, but it's kind of bourbony. Very light. And doesn't seem real high proof either. And not much going on there. I'm going to try to go through these pretty quick because I turned off my AC. So the room's going to heat up. It's out at an extreme of the house and will warm up fast. So that should keep me moving. But this nose is a mystery. So Scotch for Dummies, you can go back on there. I'm just going to write down maybe 100 proof. And light nose, maybe lower than 100, because I wasn't getting much. It might be a weeder. I don't always smell weeders. And I'll move on to glass B, which appears to be black. Oh, different. Older or a different cask regimen or something's different here. It's kind of a musty note to it. Maybe even graham crackers. The only graininess or food-like thing is a hint of graham cracker. Low ABV, if that's so. Let me see. And I guess 90. Proof on that guy. Red glass. C is again kind of muted. I would say 90 to 100 proof. It's based on those. Those numbers will firm up when I actually taste, but there's not a lot there. Maybe a hint of menthol, a hint of wood. Menthol might suggest a high rye bourbon. I can't even say what kind of wood. Okay. It's not telling me much. Aquavitae comes off there. I like that blue. Pete, that's Laphroaig. It's a Cairdeas, so I still haven't had it. I'm dying to taste it. It's very campfirey. And there's some interesting sweetness below that, but it's hard to tell on the nose. Yeah, that's going to be the interesting thing, I think. And Scotch for Dummies. That's their 2020 opinion. And E, green. Ooh. Very alcohol forward, kind of a musty note, a dusty note. But it's not telling me a lot. Okay, well, I'm already sweating, so let's not prolong this thing. I think it's going to be like 4 normal bourbons and that Laphroaig. So, Class A on the palate. Ooh. Interesting. Seems a little hot and not very bourbony. If it's a bourbon, I'm not really getting rye spice. There is caramel sweetness, corn sweetness. And let's look for something fruity or a finish. Still smells musty. Not a lot in the way of fruit. And it's kind of a spicy finish that is maybe medium to medium plus. And I'm guessing, oh man, 100 to 105 proof. So, it's good, it's sweet. In comparisons with others will tell me much more. But that's already my candidate for a weeder, because I know there's an old Fitzgerald in here. And I did not really pick up rye spice on that thing. So let's see what's in the black glass. Different kind of musty dustiness. Oh, I think I found rye. Yeah, from mid-palate on, it's spicy and peppery. And I'm just trying to figure out if it's proof or rye. It is, I'm going to guess 110 proof. And I'm not sure there's anything that high in the set. I don't remember. The Senator is a Kentucky bourbon. A Yellowstone finished limited edition. And the Laphroaig in the Old Fitz 10. So this is interesting. It's still finish is still going. So very good. I'm trying to figure out if this is finished or the bonus pour that I don't really know anything about. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay, pretty decent, pretty decent. That's a reasonable guess for something finished. Class C. Very high rye flavor. If that's a bourbon, they've packed the rye to the gills. And it's a nice, sort of mellow, more mellowed and maybe aged rye. But it is it's an average proof, 90 to 100, I'd say. It tastes like one of those blends, something like Sagamore. That's some high rye and some lower rye. So I'll just write down high-low for my note there. Oh, I can't say I'm picking up any finish or special features of the rye, but I think that's a rye whiskey. And better get it out of off my palate before hitting the Laphroaig, or before the Laphroaig hits me. Okay, I think I'm going to taste the last one before I hit the peat. So, Class E. has a nice dusty aroma. Oh man. Okay, this is sweet. I was looking for rye notes at the beginning, and it's getting spicy mid-palate on. So it's a nice finish, long and lingering and spicy finish. So that is not a good candidate for the wheater, and I would say it's finished somehow. There's a sweetness there. Sweetness, no rye necessarily, but it's spicy from the mid-palate on. And I'm going to go 100, 105 proof on today. That is a nice bourbon. So I'm thinking the Senator or the Yellowstone is this guy. Yep, and I'm thinking Senator, Yellowstone is this other thing over here. So those are those guesses. This is a rye whiskey. This is the bonus pour. That's Laphroaig, and I think that's all Fitz. Now that I've had 3 other whiskeys, I'm going to go back to this thing that I thought was the old Fitz or a wheater and see what I think now. Okay, that is consistent. I would say it's devoid of rye spice, but it is giving me a longer spicy finish now. And I'm finding that more and more. I'm all of a sudden a big fan of the Larceny barrel proofs because they got better pretty quickly a year or 2 ago, and I'm enjoying those. I'm surprised how much spice I get from a wheater like that. So, yeah, I think that is confirming that. I think that's all Fitz. I think this is Yellowstone or Senator. And one of those is finished. I know Yellowstone's finished. I don't know what makes the Senator limited edition. I don't know if it's finish or age or proof. That is a spicier bourbon-like palate there. And I'm not sure I'm picking up a finish. So, I might guess Senator. Yeah, full-on rye whiskey. Wow, it's giving me Sagamore vibes. It's not just that style of blend, but I think it's a Sagamore. May or may not be finished. Sweetness to it, caramel to it. Wow, I'm for a rye and some fruitiness. Yeah, I'm digging that. And I've got quite a Sagamore collection, 8 or 10 bottles out of 40 ryes. It's kind of reminding me of the 8-year-old, or it's not quite the double oak. Okay, I'm gonna taste the last bourbon before I move on into Laphroaig territory. Sweetness to it tells me finished. And 100 proof is about all I can figure out there. So, moving on to Laphroaig. Wow, it's a breadiness to it, a graininess, breadiness on the nose. A very rich bread. And maybe the meatiness and the smokiness from a campfire. Next day campfire. Yep, I would pick out that as the Laphroaig peat, but there is a sweetness underneath. Lots of things going on there. It's a buttery It's reminding me of a buttery sauce or a buttery treatment of something on my lips. I mean, it's a flavor and a texture both. I was going to go looking for fruit flavors because I know it's finished. And wow, that was crazy. Buttery, salty, burnt popcorn. It's a fruitiness. Apple, pear, strawberry type things underneath. And a good amount of sweetness there. So, this is not hard to figure out. But the other ones, it'd be pretty easy to be wrong about these. So, if I was going to rank them, I would say these two are the most interesting as bourbons, and peated Scotch Laphroaig Special Edition is in its own category. These two are, well, no, the rye's good. So I would say this is the dud of the bourbons. And this is interesting, and this is interesting. So I will just start pulling out bottles. I put a sticker with a number on the bottom of each of these. So number five is the Laphroaig Cairdeas, and yes, that one was not hard. And what's the next guy? Number one is the Magi Rye. Well, let me look at this guy first. Yep, okay. So that's good. It's going according to plan. Next bottle, Kentucky Senator number 4 is in number 4 sticker. Now, what did I guess? I thought this was the finished. No, is that right? No, I think the Yellowstone's finished. So I think that's the Kentucky Senator number 4. It is. I didn't really pick up a finish or anything spectacular on the palate there. And now, the question Yellowstone 101 Tokai casks. Number 2, I sure hope it's this one. Okay. I was wrong about that. So, Yellowstone 101 Tokai cask. Let's see, I did say 100 proof. And I thought it was the Old Fitz. Old Fitzgerald 10 Spring of 2023. And I thought it was finished. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. I thought it was finished. Very sweet, devoid of rye. Wow, that's crazy. And I'm getting some oak. And yeah, that is matching up to people claimed about it, but I've never would have picked it out from those two. That's crazy. You could have just given me those two and I'd mix it up and be wrong. So that was fun. Looking forward to the tasting tomorrow night. And thank you for joining us. So let me get you to like this video, leave comments and questions down below, share it with friends, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell to get notified. And I will try not to be so sweaty on my next video. I don't know if this is going to break into the stinky cheeses or just be tacked on the end there. But come back for the next thing, and cheers.
I love whiskey drinking women. They understand the things I do. They never beg me to stop drinking, 'cause they like drinking whiskey too. Something